This is Ben from Common Knives, and you're listening to the High Carbon Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the High Carbon Podcast. This is your host, Mr. Paulie from Baltic Blades, and my co-host, Albert. Welcome, Albert.
Hey, good evening.
As you can hear, these are the summer episodes, and we are just, relaxing, taking it easy peasy. It's not the regular show. We'll go back to the regular transmissions when Keith is back from the US of A. And today we have a guest, actually, Ryan from Coakley Knife Company and the co-host of Hustle and Grind. Welcome, Ryan.
Welcome.
Yes, thanks for having me, guys. You're definitely going to lose some listeners after this show.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I guess we can skip about talking about our weeks. Or Ryan, you had a pretty interesting week, right? Helping out Walker Knives.
My week was crazy. So Walker Knives is another knife maker from Maine, same state as me. And we shoot the shit all the time, just chit chat. And he goes, "Oh man," he goes, "I got a big show in Wisconsin, but his regular guy that helps him on his booth had a baby, like unexpectedly. It came early, so he had to bail." And I was like, "Well, I just finished a batch, and I got nothing going on. I'll fucking buy my plane ticket and sugar daddy me with meals all week, and I'll go down with you." So that's what we did. I flew into Wisconsin, and then after the show, I drove back with him. And it was my first time working behind a table at a show.
Oh, wow. How was it? Look, first of all, I was talking a little bit with Walker, and he was saying that he's prepping for the show. And he told me, in like American distance, he told me that it will take him 24 hours drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how will you drive for 24 hours? Apparently he's driving for what, 3 days, 8 hours every day. This, in my mind, this makes no fucking sense. Then if you are splitting it up in 3 separate chunks, it's taking you 3 days, not 24 hours. It's like only the driving time. So the American measurement system only works in one chunks of driving. So he would have better said that it will take me 3 days. So how was the show and working behind the table?
The show itself was fun. It was super hot. We're in a barn because it's like a fairground, so it's got like a dirt floor and shit. The first day was 100 degrees inside the barn, 100 Fahrenheit, so whatever that is for you guys. And one of the volunteers for the event went to the hospital with heat stroke, and like me and Walker are like, "I'm fucking woozy, bro." Like this is too hot. And it was compounded with smoke from the Canadian wildfires. But second day, that all faded away. Temp slowly started to drop throughout the course of the weekend. It was a great show. I learned a lot. It was awesome.
I just Googled 100 Fahrenheit is like 37 and a little bit above Celsius, which is unbearable in my mind. It's just insanely hot. So what, maybe would you like to share? What did you learn? Maybe
what did I learn? I learned
Yeah.
that my Kydex sheaths are garbage compared to Walker's. He has the nicest sheaths I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. Oh, he puts a lot of time into those, and I think
they're perfection, dude.
And I love.
And it was like I learned, because if you listen back to my show, I've said for years I would never do a show because I hate people. But when you're behind a booth and you're trying to sell, it's different. It feels different. And Walker complimented me. He said I'm a beast in the booth.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because we're like, both of us were closing deals side by side. I'm selling his knives. He's selling his knives. It ended up being a good weekend. And but it's interesting. It's different than I thought it would be, to the point where I agreed to do a show in 2 days. So that's why I told you before we started recording, I've been scrambling. So when the show was over, we packed up. We were hauling 3 other people's booths back to Maine. So we were hauling a trailer. So we packed up, loaded the trailer with everybody's shit, drove for 4 hours, got a hotel room, slept for like 6 hours, got up and hit the road. We drove 19 hours straight that first day. Boom. Till we got into the bottom of Maine. And then we stayed.
Tough.
Yeah, it was rough. Towards the last 3 hours felt like 10.
Mm.
Yeah.
You just want to go home.
Mhm.
It's just, it's enough. But you agreed to do another show. It's like, wait, you don't like shows because you hate people, but did you ever had a table at any shows? You did not, right?
No, that's why I said I'd never do a table. And then we were driving back. What else you got to do on a friggin' 3-day long drive? So I hopped on my phone. I ordered a pop-up tent, folding tables, chairs. I ordered everything I need. Most of it's already at my house. So in 2 days, I have a show at Buckstock in Clinton, Maine, with walkers side by side. So his booth will be next to my booth.
But what did change your perception? Was it like the interactions are way different than you expected, or is it just it's because less social, more business focused?
It's that rush of closing the deal. Because 99.9% of all the sales I've ever made were been not face to face. You know what I mean? So there's always that little like dopamine hit when you close a deal. And for me, I was like, this is fucking not bad. Even though it wasn't my money, it was his money. I was still like, fuck yeah.
It's a win. It's a win. And if I remember correctly, you had a guest. I don't remember who he was, but you talked about how to sell more knives. And one of the main things to take away is do more shows. Just go around in your local vicinity. And I think that goes really together well with what we've been preaching on the podcast of Hustle and Grind,
Yeah, and I got to see it firsthand because, like, not to speak on Walker's business because he's not here, but like he made connections. People were approaching him about wholesale, like, the benefit to face. He probably gave away 500 business cards.
Oh wow!
So the people who were there that day that didn't have money, they still took a card and a sticker and were like, "All right, now we know who this guy is." It's huge.
He's getting his name out.
Yeah, it's way superior to Instagram or Facebook or fucking TikTok or any of the socials.
I mean, the people who mostly go to these shows as visitors are already people interested in knives and such things. So they are really low hanging fruit. And on Instagram, people see, they like the funny reel, then they see your reel. Yeah, maybe they like it, but they are not really converting into a customer in the end. And you are kind of preaching to the death people who are maybe will not convert to the actual clientele. So these shows seem really, really, really good, even though the drive sounds like it was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal, but it's fun to take a road trip with a homie. You know what I mean? Got to see what parts of the country I don't ever want to go to again. Cleveland, Ohio, by the way, is an absolute fucking dumpster.
It's that bad?
Dude, I text my wife while we were driving through Cleveland. I was like, I'm in Cleveland. We are never coming here. It's an absolute dumpster, bro. Sorry to all your listeners in Cleveland, but you guys need to do some shit different.
I guess maybe that's why they are good customers for buying knives. Maybe the hostile environment.
Maybe.
Dictates the rules.
I was impressed with Wisconsin because that's where the show was. Wisconsin's very nice. Lots of farmland. It's all corn and soy. It's a milk country, so all the chicks have huge asses.
Yeah.
Cheese butts, dude, is what I was calling them.
Okay. Yeah.
But everybody was nice. So different vibe than New England. I know you're not really familiar with like regional United States and like the attitudes, but us New Englanders are known as being like kind of brash. And it was kind of a nice change of pace. Everybody was super nice. Their accents were super hilarious. Yeah. Like, it's
brash.
very smoky, eh? Yeah. Very Canadian-esque.
I guess it's if they are very, very nice, it is easy to see it as not sincere, and brashness sometimes comes the people are more sincere,
Yeah,
so there is a limit to being how nice and how brash you can be, but yeah.
for sure.
So you are preparing for a show that will be in 2 days?
2 days, yeah.
Do you have any stock?
I had 9 knives ready, and I'm like, that ain't enough for a table. So I'm doing some 4 EDC of a model that I didn't have any done. Some boning knives, a couple Santugos, because me and Walker's tables are side by side, so I want to do mostly culinary stuff, so I'm not directly competing with him.
Rather complementing it, showing the different
Right.
aspects
I
of
mean,
knife
and we
making.
make different ways. He's a knife company, so he's putting out CNC handled, CNC bevels, vacuum molded sheaths, and mine are more like, now that I've handled his knives for a week, mine are more Neanderthal-ish.
Yeah,
Knuckle dragon.
it's fine. Everybody, are at different levels, and I think Walker, so sad that he's not here. I wrote him, maybe he wanted to join and make it a 4-man show, but the man is busy. He has, as he said, and I'm doing the air quotes, he has a real job. So whatever that means, Walker, sure,
He
real
does have a
job.
real job. So
Yeah, I know.
he does like film. And have you heard of the brand LL Bean?
Nope.
No, it's like a big hunting outdoorsy brand that started in Maine, but they're huge. He does filmography for them. He's got other clients. Yeah.
I mean, he's right. He has his fingers right on the heartbeat of that industry, and I think what he's doing really well is he's very specialized in what kind of knives he's making, and I guess you, as a different approach maker, you can show that you can make a variety of knives, and that would be a very nice contrast to what he's offering and what I can see on Ryan's table.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And by the way, you said that he's a company, like Coakley Knife Company is also a company.
Yeah, but I'm not as smart as him. You
That's
know what I
fine.
mean? So it's like my growth has been a lot slower than his. Walker's brilliant, dude. And he's super rad. Not to glaze him up on your show after spending a week with him, but he's super cool. And anybody would benefit from learning and spending any amount of time with him.
Oh, he's a cool dude. Knives
Mhm.
are on point, and the content is so on point. His account is slept on by other knife makers, and I am not telling you to go and just copy his shit. So as, as far as you know,
He'll cease
but
and
he's
desist
doing
your ass. Don't fuck around with Walker. He's not messing around. This isn't like he's all trademarked and everything. He's not treating this like a hobby. Like, if you rip him off, he will fucking cease and desist you, as he should.
Yeah,
It's not
100%.
like me where I look at it, oh, that's a cool looking whatever. I'll do something similar of my own and spend zero time thinking it through. He's spending hundreds of hours on R&D and doing prototypes and different molds for the sheaths, and that was a huge selling point too, because I'm like, you can pick any color combo you want, every knife fits every sheath. It's like, dude, that's huge.
That's smart. That's smart. And if you are thinking about the future, if somebody loses a sheath, you can send out a new one, which
Absolutely.
you don't have to get the knife back. And if you are selling a big quantity of knives, people tend to get you tap into all sorts of people, and some people like to use some heat gun on your kydex, and maybe I will do a modification on it, and maybe I can tinker it with it, and they fuck it up,
Mhm.
and with the more volume you sell, the more these people you encounter, and the more you get the DMs of, "Ayo, can you sell me another sheath?" And if you have to have to get the knife to you to make the sheath, oh, it's no bueno. Then you are spending way too much time on just customer support and selling sheaths that fit only one knife. So I think he's, yeah, he is smart. Goddamn, yeah. Walker, if you're listening to it, come on as a guest. Come on, finally.
He wanted to come on. He had other, because we were driving in the truck. He goes, "Oh, Paulie wants me to come on with you," and I was like, "Let's fucking go." He's like, "I can't." I was like, "Oh, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I'll rep for us both."
Yeah, great. And I think you touched upon a very interesting point when about how he is being focused and really nailing it as a company and really, just hammering it down. And to what do you think it comes down? Because at least in your case, it sounds like you are doing more like kind of experimentation, dipping into more kind of different fields, doing culinary, doing EDC. And what is preventing you for kind of, jumping it in?
I'm chasing
first.
paychecks, and he's chasing his brand. I think that's the most stark difference. That's why I'm willing to do OEM work and not put my name on it, because I'm chasing the fucking money, which is not necessarily a noble thing, but you know what? I got 3 dogs, bro. Dogs are expensive.
But I don't think that these are kind of opposite to each other. You can do what brings in the paycheck and still work on your brand, as you will be going, to another show, but as Coakley Knife Company, you have to have, visuals. As you said, you have to have banners, you have to have whatever. And then the knives need, when people see them, they need to think of Coakley Knife Company and what that means. And it's one of the harder questions that you have to answer as a business owner, really distill what your company and your brand and what you are making is about, right?
Sometimes I wonder if I should separate the OEM grinding from my regular stuff when I have time to do it, but I don't know. They're all knives, so whatever. Who cares?
How would you separate it?
I don't know. I'd be building a completely separate business, so kind of doesn't make sense. But
like the knives that you are selling are facing totally different customers than your services are facing. So in my mind, it is totally fine to keep it under one flag, because people would know that Coakley Knife Company is also doing OEM grinding, and the people that would know that would be only knife makers, right? Not your clients. That would be like maybe if they are buying your EDCs or culinary knives, right? So it makes no sense. And just to continue on that, you said that you have a hot take for us.
Oh yeah, there's no benefit to carbon steel over stainless. Fight me. Does not. People are like, "Oh, it's easier to sharpen." Learn how to sharpen, dude. I don't think it's any easier. I don't think stainless is any more difficult.
It's certainly easier to forge.
Yeah, but forging is a novelty.
Yeah, but you said there is no benefit. There is one. At least from a maker perspective, there is one.
Yeah, but if your goal is to sell knives, who gives a fuck what's easier for us other than scalability?
No, it's cheaper. Because
so if we use the table, or like doing a booth as an example, if you have a stainless knife next to a carbon steel knife, to explain carbon steel to the regular buyer, you pretty much have to talk them out of buying it. Oh yeah, well, it's easier to sharpen because it's a little bit softer, and it'll rust if you neglect it, and or this one is a tiny bit harder to sharpen negligibly, and you don't have to worry about rust, and it has the exact same performance, but you should buy this one.
Now, I think, just to jump in, I think the argument about ease of sharpening is totally wrong. If you are talking about super high-end carbon steels, they are extremely hard to sharpen. I think Roman from Cassia just showed us Vacron Super Clean that is hardened to 66 HRC. Also, Apex Ultra has great wear resistance. Is, as I've heard, a true pain in the ass to hand sand. So it means it is very abrasion resistant, and what is sharpening, it's also abrading your knife. So they are also hard, so even I think from the last post that I've read, I think I'm kind of a little bit converted. And on the last show with Jeff Fader and Benjamin come on, we talked a little bit about that, about stainless versus carbon. And carbons, in my mind, biggest negative is the maintenance. I hate it. Everybody knows who is listening to this podcast for like the last few months. I just hate it. I hate the patina, the idea of patina, the idea of rust. Just give me a tool that kind of works. But if you want to get the top of the line performance, the edge stability, the wear resistance, the hardness, whatever, it is carbon the way to go. And if you are talking about not the super high end carbon steel, and I cannot believe that I am arguing for carbon steel.
I
Jesus
can't
Christ.
either.
Yeah, I can't.
But please continue.
Yeah, thank you. I think because due to the ease of forgeability of it, because stainless Damascus is, I guess, exponentially harder to forge, and it's technically, you have to have like your temperatures dialed, you have to have way more powerful presses, and you have way shorter time window to work with it. Looking from a customer's standpoint, there is little variety maybe, and if you are a super in the patterns of Damascus, and if you are a person who is looking for a specific pattern that you want because it's so dear and near to you, maybe it is way easier to find a maker that could make that pattern in carbon steel variants and create something one of a kind. And the selection of stainless steel patterns is way smaller. So,
But
you know.
I would say, like, pricing and availability of something doesn't necessarily make it superior. If like Dennis Tyrell said on my show this week, if stainless Damascus was affordable, nobody would use carbon.
Exactly. Yeah, true. But it isn't.
Yeah.
That's the point. So,
but that's temporary.
We will see.
That's temporary.
It would always be harder to forge. Stainless moves a lot slower than high carbon steel when you're forging it. You have to use argon or some kind of vacuum process when you're forging it. So different from high carbon Damascus. So the whole process is much more complicated and takes more time, and that makes the knife more expensive. So if you want to have a Damascus blade because you think Damascus is aesthetically pleasing, and you don't want to spend like 1,500 or 2,000 euros or dollars, you're pretty much left with high carbon Damascus.
Which is everything you just said is true, but it doesn't necessarily make it superior.
No, not necessarily superior. I would say they are on a par. They're not necessarily superior. That's not what I said.
We all use both, obviously. I do shitloads of carbon knives for one of my clients. He fucking loves carbon steel. He's going to message me after he listens to this. And I've got piles of Damascus, for when somebody wants that. But if I'm in the shop and I got to do a batch, I'm going to go for stainless, because just because you don't have to talk them out of it. You're literally talking them out of it when you explain it. You're like, it fucking rusts, blah, 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 blah. You got to wax it. You got to take care of it. You got to buy this product that you spray on it, whatever. Whereas stainless, you go, yeah, if it's MagnaCut, that's saltwater level corrosion resistance. Let's go.
Yeah. If corrosion resistance is the only property you're interested in, but some are interested in a more interesting looking knife, and they would go for a Damascus blade. So I think there's room for both.
There is room for both, but the part of the market you're talking about is much smaller than the other part. And I
definitely, yeah. Of course, that's why almost all production knives are stainless. Mm-hmm. So if you buy a knife from whatever knife company you want, I mean, WMF over here or Zwilling or whatever, they're all stainless for that very reason. Almost all the custom or the forged knives are non-stainless.
And there is a sales, hit with stainless, because you have to charge more. If you're using MagnaCut over AEBL, you have to charge more. That MagnaCut's 10 times the price as the AEBL. So there's that little bit where you kind of have to be like, this is so expensive because of the steel, which is kind of like you're talking them out of it again, but you got to be honest.
Yeah, this really depends on the steel, There are carbon steels like, again, Vacron, like Rex, and the same Apex Ultra, these are high-end carbon steels.
Those are specialty knife steels.
Exactly. And I guess it really depends, on the application. I guess if we are making a bigger knife, not a kitchen knife, I think I always refer to two charts by Larry Thomas about the toughness of the steels, and it shows clearly that ABL is on par with toughness with ATCRV2 on a, I think, very similar or a little bit bigger hardness, which is insane in my mind. Just to say that, I mean, it's a, and you have the benefit of being it stainless and having it chromium carbides, which are more wear resistant. But if you are talking about a fine edge tool, a kitchen knife, I think carbon steel is still the way to go, because the edge stability, the microscopic toughness of the edge itself plays way more because you have way finer geometries, and you have also incredibly high wear resistances. So, if you are selling it, if you are trying to sell, and not trying to think of, in a way, I am talking, trying to talk them out of buying a carbon steel. If you have two similar kitchen knives, one in ABL and one in Apex Ultra, you can say that the Apex Ultra it will hold an edge way longer, yet it will corrode, and you have to take, care of it and look for it. Where ABL, it's a surgeon steel. It's something that has very little wear resistance. It has high toughness, and you have to sharpen it more often. And it will be easier to sharpen ABL then, most probably, because it will be like, 62 HRC, and your Apex Ultra will be way higher and has like tungsten inside of it, which is a totally different beast.
Yeah, but you're
just to sharpen.
comparing Apex Ultra to ABL. That's like comparing a Bugatti to a fucking Toyota Corolla. You know what I
love my
mean?
Toyota Corolla.
So I should preface this by saying I mean this in like a face-to-face sense. When you're selling knives on socials or the internet, you're going to get that crowd that knows what Apex Ultra is. If you're at a show, nobody in that crowd, except maybe a couple people, know anything about knife steel. And I mean, Apex Ultra is top tier. It in every way, it's harder. Even in its annealed form, it's as hard as some knife steels. So it's fucking crazy. But they're different things, you can't really equate one to the other when, one's a filet mignon and one's a fucking hot dog.
That is true. Yet,
But what would the stainless steel be then? You'd compare Apex Ultra to?
Well, Apex Ultra is a specialty steel, I mean, Tobias made that specifically for kitchen cutlery and super, super high hardness. I haven't played with Magna Max yet. I mean, Magna Cut is pretty much top tier as far as like stainlesses go. Any of the CPM steels that are stainless, because you get that high wear resistance, you get that super fine edge because it's powdered metallurgy. It's just,
As far as I've read about Magnamax, is like it does not, it trades the toughness for wear resistance, and I don't think that would be great for like the 200 millimeter Gyuto, with a fine edge, because you don't have, you just don't have it. And I think it would be just fair then to compare MagnaCut, which was made for bigger blades and it yet has bigger toughness, with Apex Ultra. But it really depends on the data and what you do with that,
and
but
your heat treat, because we have a lot of
100%.
wiggle room with our heat treats to get the properties we want. If you want super high hardness, go for a super low temper, but then you're going to have a more brittle knife. But it depends on the end use. If somebody's making a slicer, they're not going to be prying joints apart with it. So,
and it really depends to what kind of, what is the scenario, to what kind of people we are selling. If it is like, as you said, maybe it's at a show where somebody approaches you, you have to give them the whole play of just educating them on what carbon steel is, even though they say that they know. Most probably they don't, or very few of them do actually know, and they know what they are buying, but if you are selling kind of online, you can put everything on there, and then you can be not as worried, because everything was written there, and people who
people
are
will
buying,
do
they
their
should
own
be
research.
yeah, they should be educated. If you buy a carbon steel and then you bitch, that it is rusting. So look, it wasn't at the show, it was plainly written. This is your own, on your own conscience.
Albert, you look
Then
super annoyed by this conversation.
No, I'm not annoyed. I'm thinking. Because if you were right, we would sell much more stainless steel plates than high carbon or non-stainless steel plates, and we don't. So I was thinking about what the reason might be. I mean, if we compare stainless steel monosteel plates to non-stainless steel monosteel plates, I think you're right. You would actually have to talk the customer out of buying the high carbon steel plate. But if we talk like Damascus, let's say, I totally get why people buy high carbon Damascus that's non-stainless, because it's aesthetically pleasing. You can get one with an Apex Ultra core, for instance. The patina doesn't really matter that much. Of course, it's going to patina, so the Damascus pattern somewhat hides the patina, at least for a while. I think that's why people buy our knives, because they also want to have something unique, and every stainless steel blade is going to look the same. And the way we explain it to our customers, of course, we have to tell them that it's non-stainless and that they have to take care. But on the other hand, every knife's unique, because we do this freeform forging, so every Damascus pattern looks slightly different. So like a fingerprint, and they're getting something unique, and that's why I think that's why they buy a knife from us, or a Damascus blade. These days,
Correct.
we almost exclusively do Damascus. So when we do stainless steel blades, it's a batch for let's say a restaurant or something. But for normal customers, it's always Damascus, non-stainless.
I agree, and I think when most people buy Damascus, they're willing to accept the extra maintenance for the beauty.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? But if we're talking mono steel, there's no benefit.
No, there isn't. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why we don't do non-stainless monosteel plates. So all our monosteel plates are RWR34 or Sandvik, mostly RWR34 these days.
There are some guys out there that can get etches that look like Damascus.
Yes, you can laser it on. Yeah.
You could laser it on where, like, you guys are both familiar with Todd Harrington, right?
Yeah.
TH Blades, Todd. Mm-hmm. He uses his own wacky fucking potion, chicken blood and mustard and whatever else he's got in the kitchen. And he makes some crazy etch patterns on his mono steel blades. It looks awesome. You know, so you can do that, but it's also kind of, you can't market it as Damascus. I mean, some people probably would, but you shouldn't.
No, you can't. No.
and also that's temporary. I mean, I have such a big ick with lasered on patterns. I mean, it's just so stupid. I mean, even the lasering leaves hard edges, and even if you know clean it, do like hand sanding something on it, and it's still like the pitting inside. It's like, and you lose the stainlessness in those places of the stainless steel because you are hurting the oxide layer. It's just stupid. And for the doing some patinas, it's I mean, the beauty of a Damascus is that you can re-etch it. You can revitalize it. You can make it. It will look the same. The pattern is underneath. It is through and through the blade. But if you are selling something with a patina, the blade tends to patina. And it looks prettiest when you bought it, and no spa day will bring it back to the same state that it was before. Even though maybe you send it out to the maker and they will do a spa day, clean it off, and make the patina anew, you will get a different patina. You know, you won't get the same blade that was forged, that is unique, that has the unique forging pattern that is always the same no matter how many times you etch it, which I think is it's a really, and you know, there is way more romance and think like weight that you are buying, because you are buying something that was forged, the internal structure is changed, and it's not like, you know, a patina is kind of cosmetic, you know, it's like putting makeup on.
Yeah, it's like almost painted,
you know,
on something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never got that, by the way. This mustard patina or whatever they use, I mean, I never understood why they make it. Yeah. We always made fun of it, calling it the poor man's Damascus. Simulate some sort of pattern.
Depends on the guy doing it. Todd nails it. His, I mean, as far as like mustard, his isn't even mustard. It's like chicken blood and fucking some voodoo and all kinds of stuff. It's his own. Like, he won't tell us all what's in it. But some guys do it and it just looks like ass, or it looks like graffiti. Like he splattered acidic paint on it and then washed it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess
makes sense.
I guess the only thing that I like with such a surface finish is a stone wash, but it is for EDC and outdoors blades, which is basically it's an edge that has a kind of tumbled finish, and I kind of
Mhm.
like it, and it's functional. I mean, it kind of hides any scratches from hard use, but on a kitchen knife, that is, no way, no, nobody is doing that, which is insane. Yeah, because I know because I did. I actually stonewashed one of my blades, and because of the edge was very thin, and when I took it out of the spinning container with rocks, the edge was all chewed up. It was all
Yeah,
chewed up by the rocks.
culinary stuff is, you got a lot less meat behind the edge before you tumble it in rocks. But I stonewash all my EDCs because that's what sells. People like them. They like the look of it, And you could call it poor man's Damascus because you get that eye-pleasing roughness to the blade, or it was stonewash. It's a pattern, but it's not. It's a random pattern without the price, and it, like you said, it covers a lot of bullshit. So
It covers, yeah.
you do a machine finish, you sandblast it, you etch it black, and you throw it right in the rocks, and it looks good, and you didn't have to spend another 45 minutes at the grinder.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah, really, really. Unless tumbling really, it can in conjunction with etching, it can hide like kind of grind lines from an appropriate distance. If you look up close, you can still see them.
Mm-hmm.
But what it will amplify is the evenness of the grind. If you are doing a saber grind, the top line of the grind will become a lighter line. It is more visible then, and you really it is not forgiving and hiding any of those things, But I think it really works with outdoor blades and EDC blades because it's like this rough and rugged finish, And with kitchen knives, they, even from their shapes, they look elegant, they look light, they look these are very thin objects that are a little bit wide, and I don't think that the tumbled finish would work anyhow on those, but that's why
My tumbler's not big enough for a chef knife, but I mean, I would try it. I saw a guy recently was tumbling QMI. He was tumbling copper shimmed fucking Damascus, and it looked phenomenal. It looked great. He was etching it and tumbling it, and it looked awesome. Especially because the copper is softer, so when the rocks hit the copper, it makes like a shiny scratch. So you get them, it really aesthetically had a good look to it, and I'm like, why not?
It really depends. As you said, it's like the same with the TH blades.
Todd,
where
yep.
he does, Harrington, where he does the patinas, and the other guys try to do it, and it looks like shit. You have to basically just try it out for yourself, and what works for not basically just the steel itself, the pattern, but the whole shape of the blade, the whole, let's look at the full picture. You can have a very awesome patina and very shitty looking profile of a knife.
Yeah.
Todd's
gonna message me too because he loves carbon steel.
Yeah,
he's a chef, so for him, it makes sense in his world.
I mean, if you are a chef, you have already one screw loose, so it's fine to love carbon steel. It's fine. Peace and love, Harrington. It's fine. It's fine. Don't come at me. Ryan, would you like to play a game?
Of course.
Would you like, dear audience, I prepared another round for our guest of this or that game. But before that, let's take care of business. Kills. This show is sponsored by minihell.eu, the wonderful kiln makers from Poland. Our good Baltazar makes wonderful kilns that you can buy at minihell.eu. They got really, really nice kilns, really affordable prices, and you can select from hard brick, soft brick bottom. You can select from a fancy pantsy controller, from an easy peasy controller, and multiple sizings of them. And if you cannot find the size that you need, You can DM them on Instagram or shoot them an email, and they can build you a custom one, be it a super small that heats up extremely fast. Maybe you are doing just EDC blades, or if you want to forge a sword, they can build you whatever size you want. Or maybe you are heat treating huge agricultural bearings or whatever. They can really make anything. You can go to Mini Hell on Instagram, and they are posting some crazy shit that they are making. So, and at the checkout, please do not forget to use Carbon 5 and tell that High Carbon sent you, so you can save 5% on already affordable kiln. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the show and play the game. So, Ryan, the game is extremely simple. I will list off numerous things. It will be this or that, and you have quickly, without thinking and explanation, choose one or the other, and then we'll see how you will do. Are
I
you
know how
ready?
the game goes. You inadvertently stole this game from us.
Oh, big accusations. Maybe not. I don't know.
We only did it for like 10 episodes, so I don't know if we could really claim it. But I heard Fader saying on Knife Talk that no flea bags better steal this game. Well, motherfucker, we did it first.
Well, to defend myself, I did not listen to your first 10 episodes. So I guess great minds think alike.
That's right.
Oh, maybe. So let's play the High Carbon edition of this game.
And I love you. You could call your show Hustle and Grind Europe, and I wouldn't even care.
Oh my God, that was a deep cut. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Carbon or stainless?
Stainless.
Stabilized wood or G10?
G10.
Interesting. Kydex or leather?
Kydex.
Good choice. Screws or rivets?
Screws.
Excellent choice. Hand-sanded or belt finish?
Damascus for hand sand. Everything else belt finish.
Mm-hmm. Raisins or plums?
Raisins.
It's disgusting. Evening or morning?
Evening.
My man.
I don't even experience the morning.
Tits or ass? I guess ass.
Ass. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you mentioned before that you saw a lot of ladies with huge asses in Cleveland. New school or old school?
Old school.
Okay, this will be a tough one. Gambling or religion?
Gambling. 100%.
Skyrim or Starfield?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim.
Interesting choice. Jig or freehand?
Full flat grind, freehand. Anything else, jig.
Mm-hmm. Ass slap or a kiss?
Ass slap. Good old fucking squeeze.
Yeah, fucking hell. Whiskey or vodka?
Neither.
Okay.
I don't drink, bro. If I had to choose, if you gun to my head, I'd say vodka.
Okay, next one will be tough. Never have a pet or kiss Noah every morning.
Kiss Noah every morning.
My man. And now the toughest. High Carbon podcast or Knife Talk?
High Carbon, 100%.
Excellent. Great choice. Thank you, my man. Excellent choices.
If you guys got Morocco to leave Knife Talk and come to High Carbon, it would be the best knife podcast on the planet.
We don't need Morocco. We have Albert. Why would we need Morocco? Look, Ryan, I was thinking before we go on to these, would you like to leave one of like this or that questions that I would ask the next guest? That will be yours.
Who's the next guest?
No idea.
Give me some time to think about it. That's tough.
It's fine.
That's tough on the spot.
It's fine. You can think about it while you are thinking about it.
I got it.
Okay.
Steak or ribs?
Okay.
I'd go steak. Big old fat ribeye.
We'll see who is the next guest, but I mean, I would pick Steak, 100% steak. Ribs, no way. Albert, how about you?
Steak, any time of
Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
That's an easy. That's an easy one. Okay, let's go back a little bit. I mean, carbon or stainless. This was obvious from your hot take. Now the interesting one, the second one was stabilized wood or G10. That's an interesting. Would you kind of elaborate on that? Because I know you do a lot of stabilizing of the woods, and I would thought
I do, and I love beautiful wood. But if we're talking about the pros versus cons of the two, G10 wins. Yes, it's not as beautiful ever. You can't make a G10 as beautiful as a really nice stabilized burl or curly or whatever it is. But G10 wins as far as durability goes, absorption of any sort of fluids, even in stabilized wood, it still absorbs. And I sell stabilized wood, so like I'm really fucking cutting my own throat here. But yeah, if I had to choose something that when you sell a knife, you never want to see it back, right? Except for like tune-ups. G10 is going to be the option. G10 or micarta every time, because wood, you're going to have to rebuff it, spruce it up a little bit. Whereas G10, set and forget it. You never have to worry about it again.
Albert, I have a question. When selling Damascus knives, have you ever sold one that had a full G10 handle?
Never.
As I thought.
No.
I think kind of stabilized wood really goes together with the pattern, and it kind of has the vibe.
That goes back to the accepting the maintenance for the sake of the aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's the same situation. It's just with a different material. I mean, I raffled off a huge Baker chef knife I made a couple years ago, and I put canvas micarta on it. And Noah was like, "That's a fucking beautiful knife," and you put canvas micarta on it. And I was like, "I kind of like it. I kind of like how it looks."
But micarta is different, I think, because it has a much more natural feel to it than G10 because of the linen or paper or whatever it's in there. But it has a much more natural feel to it, I think. Yeah.
It is more aesthetically pleasing.
It is
micarta versus G10.
And I hate G10, by the way. Yeah, hi Keith.
You hate G10?
Yeah, I despise it. There's only carbon fiber is more annoying to grind, but G10 is right up there. I hate it. I hate cutting it. I hate grinding it. I hate the dust. And I don't even like the looks because it always looks, in my opinion, it kind of looks cheap.
Oh,
yeah.
I took it personally.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense on an EDC blade, but not as you said, not on a, let's say, Damascus chef knife. I mean,
it's super versatile material too. You can sandblast it. You can tumble it right on the knife.
Agreed.
And it still looks good.
Yeah.
But for an EDC blade. Now, if the question was stabilized wood or G10 on a fine Damascus piece of artwork, I'm not going to use G10. I'm going to pick the best stabilized wood I can find.
And for the maintenance, I kind of think it really depends on the knife construction, right? If you are doing something that is a full tang knife, you kind of don't want to use stabilized wood. But if you are doing a hidden tang, maybe it is way easier to think about the maintenance because you have a full block of wood and you do a museum fit up, and then it's kind of maintenance free except for the occasional buffing or maybe sometimes oiling, depending on how hard the life of the knife is.
I mean, it depends, and it can't crack. I mean, it's still wood after all, even if it's stabilized, right? It's full with epoxy or resin, whatever, but it's still wood. So there might be some voids in there. It might crack if you drop the knife. So G10 is much more forgiving in that respect. That's for sure.
But you can, if you're looking for, the kind of the extremes, you can also break G10 handle scales if you are using. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. If you
have a hidden tang knife with a block of G10, how would you break it?
That's an interesting question. I was thinking more about like where it is mainly used. If you are using it for outdoor knives, scales,
okay,
right? And if I will baton, and you are hitting the handle scales instead of the tang of the knife, you can easily break it. it's not, no, okay, easily it's a little bit, you have to work for it, but you can break it. They will break, and I guess if you are if you are doing a block of G10, I guess you are not doing a block of G10, you are doing a block of carbon fiber then, because it's a Damascus knife. It's you won't break it most probably.
But what's tougher if you baton a lot with your knife, G10 or micarta? What do you think? G10.
Probably
okay.
G10, yeah.
Okay.
100% G10. Micarta is, I've talked about it, but it's like, it's somewhere in between wood and G10. It patinas. It is way easier to break. At least when I was doing like very deep inlays, if you don't glue them in properly, they are very easy to break with your fingers at the seams.
Okay.
I was surprised how easy it is. And it's canvas. It's canvas inside. It's not like a lot of like these
fiberglass.
Fiberglass, thank you.
Yeah, but I thought G10 might be more brittle and prone to impact, right? So that's what I meant when you baton it. That's why I used the example of batoning. So if you hit it with something hard, what's easier to break micarta? Because maybe I was being naive, but I thought the micarta, the fibers might somewhat absorb the impact more than G10 would, because G10 is harder and more brittle. But
I'd be more worried about the whatever is fastening them to the tang breaking.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're mechanical fasteners, you're
Sure.
probably not going to have an issue. But I like synthetic pins. So so none of my knives are made to baton, because I'm pretty sure if you baton something with micarta pins, they're going to snap.
Yeah, and at least in my experience, what I've seen, it looks like micarta is a little bit softer. But in both cases, G10 and micarta, the fibers, because in G10 it's still woven glass fiber, it tends not to crack through and through sectionally. It can break, the epoxy can break, but it's still holding together.
Okay.
But I never actually pushed to the limit, when the epoxy is broken and you have only the fibers, and which one is easier to rip apart. Is it micarta or G10? But it really, really, really depends. Okay, the next one was Kydex or leather. I always thought you were a leather guy.
No, I have everything to do leather, but it's a totally other art form. But this all goes back to like aesthetics, I mean, obviously leather has its downfalls, like it will absorb moisture. Even if you wax treat it, you have to do it, regularly to keep that wax from whatever degrading. But if we're talking like scalability as far as your business goes, it's got to be Kydex. And I fucking hate Kydex. I hate working with it because I'm not set up to do it correctly like Pauly does or like Walker does, I mean, realistically, CNC cutting and vacuum molding is the way to go over a foam press.
Maybe me or Walker, we should do a Kydex megatorial.
A megatorial, yeah.
Ultra megatorial. That would be even better, about vacuum pressing it. Hi, Noah. Okay. But maybe looking at isn't Nuge using leather sheaths, and he found a way. Yep. He kind of found a way, found a way how to scale it. He uses somebody who does leather,
and that guy's super cool. I met him in Texas. I think it's Beaver Creek is his name. And
Beaver Creek.
his sheaths are super nice, and you can buy them in bulk. You can get wholesale levels of sheaths. You just send him a knife, and he makes one sheath, and then boom, he can mass produce it.
Mm-hmm.
It also depends. It does. Realistically, it doesn't fucking matter at all what we think. It matters who's gonna buy what, right? So, some customers are going to want that leather sheath because they do look cooler.
I guess it's up to us as the makers to have a vision for a very good product, which is, if it sells, it sells. If it not, you need to do some adjustment. But, it's like how you think about stuff, It's like In Walker's case, a leather sheath would not work if you are going rafting.
Right.
It makes no sense, right? And then you are thinking about to whom I am actually selling these knives, and what is the purpose of my knife, what is the main user and the use case, and then then you find it
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screws or rivets? You said that you are using pins. Why did you choose screws instead of rivets?
Well, because pins aren't rivets.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot the word for pins.
And it depends on the knife. I have both. I've got Corbies, I've got Gulso bolts, I've got barrel screws, pin stock. I have everything.
I mean, you would consider, oh my God, you just said it and my brain is farting. Corbies. You would consider Corbies like not screws?
Corbies are kind of a mix of the two, right? I mean, because they are permanent and you grind them off, but they're
Mhm.
also mechanically holding. I really enjoy Corbies. They work really well. I'm not going to put a Gulso that's got, a star pattern or a Phillips head pattern in the end of the bolt on a culinary knife, but I would definitely put a Corby on a culinary knife.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I get the vibe. I get it. But at least on paper, it seems like making a knife with screw-on handle scales. It's way easier because you can unscrew them. Take them apart, maybe tumble the knife, maybe do whatever. But in actuality, it takes finesse. Even if you are like doing a batch of knives, and if they are not perfectly identical, then you have these knives that match only one scale set, one set of scales, and you cannot intermix them, which makes sometimes things way easier. And if you are using pins or rivets or whatever that is permanently in place, the only thing that you need to track on is just to remember finish the front of the scales.
pretty much, because you're finishing the spine, everything, the finger choils when you shape the handle, as opposed to like mechanical where you can just stick them together and shape them off the knife. Or in my case, when I do it, I have sacrificial bolts that I put in, and then I shape it, and I don't care if they get ground off or whatever. And then I take them apart, and when I final assembly, I put fresh ones on.
Makes sense. That's smart. That's just smart. Hand sanded or belt finish? Damascus only hand sanded and belt finish everything else, right?
Well, it depends on how much time you got, right? So like I'm scrambling for this show, but I told the guy that put it on that I would bring him a knife, and so I'm using a piece of Damas steel that I got in Texas, and I don't have time to hand sand it. I got 4 days, so I went up to 600 on the belt, hit it with Scotch Brite, and it etched fine. So that's what we're going with.
That's fine. Oh, by the way, I have a question because I think on the previous to last show, we talked with Albert about him doing some bevel grinding and doing some hand sanding too for customers. You are also doing OEM grinding. Do you offer hand
As I
sanding?
recall, Albert gave me a hard time about it last time I was on, and now he's
No,
doing it.
I did not. No. I've been doing this for years, so it's not something new I'm doing. So I've been doing this for 8 years now. I didn't give you a hard time. We were discussing prices, I think, and whether or not your customer should tell his customer that he did the grinding himself. So that was as far as I remember. And you said you don't care, and I said I do.
Okay, yep, that is accurate. That sounds familiar. It was a while ago.
Yeah, because if the guy I'm doing the grinding for sells the knife and tells his customer that he made the knife, it's not true. So someone else did the grinding, someone else did the heat treatment. So he did the hand sanding and attached the handle to it. So that's not making the knife.
I mean, it's kind of a gray area, right? His company made the knife. He just subbed out some of the steps, Montana Knife Company's not telling you who makes their sheaths for them or, who's CNCing the bevels if it's ones they don't do.
Yeah, but do they explicitly say that they made the knife from start to finish?
I mean, it's got their fucking logo on it.
Obviously, that doesn't mean shit. No, but this, I mean, it's not just one, but there is a number of guys who tell their customers they made these knives themselves. And they didn't. They outsourced some of the work. There's nothing wrong with that. So I do the grinding, someone else does the heat treatment. There's nothing wrong. But don't tell your customers you did it all by yourself, because you didn't.
Basically, you're just saying you want credit for your work in the
No,
end.
I don't care. They don't have to tell anyone I did it. They just
okay.
shouldn't lie to their customer that they did it.
Oh, gotcha.
They can say whatever they want. They can say some dude over there or whatever, someone else did the grinding and they outsourced the heat treatment to a big heat treating facility or company. I don't care, but don't lie to your customer. I think that's the whole point, and that was what we were talking about last time, as far as I recall.
Gotcha.
Is it like more of a kind of moral dilemma for you, Albert? Do you think
Completely.
if you are
yeah.
if your customer is a liar, then makes you a kind of a liar too, an accomplice to the
An
liar.
accomplice,
that
yeah.
you are,
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm an accomplice.
So am I, Ryan. Don't worry.
It's okay.
I mean, you are only an accomplice then if they specifically say that they did it themselves. They are lying about it. But
They
if
do.
they are not, if they are not telling it that we did it, they are technically not lying, even though they are putting on
True.
their logo.
Yeah.
They are, it's their manufacturing process, and they are not lying about anything.
True. But I know that they do tell their customers that, because we had one customer of them showing up to our shop, as I told you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy told his customer that he did the forging, he made the steel, he made the blade, he did all the hands and whatever. Didn't do shit. I mean, we did all of that.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
That's different than what my clients are doing.
Imagine the embarrassment of not just us, because this guy showed up at our shop and we had to explain to him, no, that's our shop. And he said, no, that's the other guy's shop, because I saw pictures of your shop. And then I had to say, no, it's our shop. Trust me. I mean, and he was also embarrassed, of course, because he got caught lying to his customer. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Just be honest to your customer. Tell him you outsourced some of the stuff, or don't tell him anything, but don't lie to them, because they might find out sooner or later. So
Yeah, I mean, Walker was honest all weekend. Who does the heat? Did you do the heat treat? No, I send them out.
yeah.
Oh, okay. These ones are CNC ground. This is Ryan. He's my buddy. He does some of my bevels on other models. Like, he was honest.
Yeah.
It's, but from my perspective, I don't have time to worry about that. I'm fulfilling my end of the deal with my client, and then whatever they do after that, I can't worry about it. It's got to be, I have to separate myself from it, because when you have 6, 7, 8 clients, I don't have time to worry about what they're doing after I give them the knife, as long as they're happy. If once they get it, they're happy, cool. That's where my fucking responsibility towards the whole deal goes away, is my perspective on it.
Yeah, true. I'm not worrying about this either. I only worry about it like for 1 hour a week, and that's Thursday when we're recording. That's all. Rest of the week, I don't care.
The hardest part I found, and maybe you can attest to this, Albert, is guys wanting hand ground knives but expecting them to be factory
factory ground.
Yeah, like factory specs. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a little variation in there.
I mean, I don't do it that often, so I usually get like 3 to 5 or maybe 6 knives, and they're usually a very different knife. So there's like 3 hunting knives and 2 chef knives and a small EDC or whatever in there. So my customers don't care that much if the bevel is like a millimeter higher or lower, because it's all custom orders anyway, so they can all be different. So it's not a factory or some big company do this grinding for. It's like small knife makers from the area.
Right. It's not like I don't know. You can try and hit the same exact spot every time, but the nature of hand grinding, there's gonna be variation. It's impossible.
If you want to really hit it every time, it takes forever, because you have to grind so carefully, especially towards the end, and it takes forever. I don't care. I mean, usually they specify, as I said on the last show, or the show before that, they usually use a Sharpie to show me where they want the grind line to be, and I try to hit the Sharpie line on both sides. So that's how I do it. And if it's a millimeter higher or lower, and if it's not been overground, so too high up, they don't care. I mean, they're happy with symmetrical plunge lines, so their standards are not as high.
Just to be fair, a Sharpie line is way thicker than 1 millimeter. So,
No, but if it's, but if you hit the Sharpie line, and if they don't care if it's a millimeter up or below the There's different sized Sharpies over here, Pauline. So there's actually
Really?
yeah. There's
I use
they're not called Sharpies, they're called Stabilos. It's called fine liner because it's so fine.
I mostly use the Sharpie Magnus ones. So
The
it's
big
fine.
fat ones.
The big fat ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love those.
They are easy to hit when you do.
extremely easy to hit. No, really fine Sharpies. Okay, I need to look into that because for fine marking, I mainly use mechanical pencils.
Mhm.
So but it's still kind of thick. It's kind of too thick for my taste.
I scribe it.
Mm.
You
So-
scribe it.
So it won't rub off.
Yeah, I don't want to scribe it. I don't
Because you do make that scratch in there, and you have to go just a whisker past it to get rid of it. But
it's kind of And what if you slip? What if you slip and you are scratching it? You have a big old scratch in your knife.
don't slip.
Don't slip. Don't slip. Or use a mechanical pencil or a
Or
fine
do
tip
surface
marker.
surface grinding
Yeah, then the thickness changes.
slightly.
For
yes.
a Kydex sheet, it's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, and the hardware for you
And the
guys.
hardware.
True.
Yeah.
It's fine. It depends. The next one. This was a nice discussion. You are both friends again. At least, congratulations.
We never weren't.
We have never been enemies, Paulie.
It's fine.
You're
It's
the
fine.
one who keeps making enemies on this podcast. It's not us.
I am. Look, if I won't make any enemies, there won't be any retribution, salvation episodes, which
Okay,
makes
true.
for something interesting. No?
Yeah.
We have next year, many enemies. Many enemies. Next season. Raisins or plums? You disgusting animal, you chose raisins. Who the fuck loves raisins?
Bro, I couldn't count. I don't even know when the last time I ate a plum was.
Motherfucker. But
Plums
raisins?
are for like old people to help them poop and shit.
Yeah, makes you poop really good.
Yeah. I don't eat raisins regularly either, but if you had a handful of plums and a handful of raisins, I'm probably just going to grab the raisins.
Really? I
Yeah.
mean, look, by drying up grapes, they fucked up so greatly that they had to rename them to give a specific name. Raisins, not dried grapes. Raisins. They are terrible. I mean, on their own, they are not that good. And if you put them in any bakery good, you just ruin it. You
I had
just
cinnamon
really...
raisin French toast for dinner last night.
You're so disgusting.
It was really fucking good, bro. Judge me all you want. It was delicious.
I mean, it had raisins in it. Look, a heretical thing here is, at least I hate it. In the past times when we were occupied, one of the hit wonders were vanilla ice cream with raisins. And now only old people that remember it, they love it, like vanilla ice cream with raisins inside of it.
I wouldn't
It's
pick
the
that.
most... It's the most disgusting thing ever. Look, that the change of texture and taste, and like in the bakery goods, it's just terrible. Plums all the way. You chose wrong. Minus
Okay.
1 point. Minus 1 point. Now, tits or ass? You chose ass.
Yep.
Any elaboration? Is there...
Dude, I got bigger boobs than my wife does. You know what I mean? I'm all butt. I'm a butt man. If I see a girl, I don't even look at her tits. I mean, if they're exceptional, you got to look. But it's the butt for me.
It's all
Always
ass all
been
the
that
time.
way. Ever since I was a little man. Big old booties. There is too big. I'm a medium booty kind of guy.
But it really depends, on the like the sizing ratio, the ass to the legs, right? You cannot you cannot have like BBL,
That
kind
shit's
of
disgusting,
wonky
dude.
looking. I know, right?
Who told chicks
Looks
that
off.
looks good?
Other chicks that
They
want
should be
them to look
publicly
terrible.
executed. If you say that looks good, where a girl's got stick legs and then this big necrotic fat implant ass, yeah, get the fuck
That's
out of
terrible.
here. No, I'm all natural, bro. I don't like that shit.
Okay.
No BBLs for me.
What does it stand for? I've never heard the term.
Brazilian
boot.
butt lift.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big booty what? Big booty lift.
That's what I thought it meant, was big booty lift. But they take fat from either yourself or like a cadaver and stuff it in your butt.
Okay.
Fucking weird, man.
Yeah. And I think it's extremely painful, and you cannot sit for a long while.
No, and I've heard, I don't know how true this is. I've heard it smells.
Like after forever, or just, I mean,
Be-
it's ass.
Because
It's
the fat in the ass can get necrotic because it's not
Oh fuck.
like
Okay.
tissue. You don't reattach to fat, you know.
Mhm.
And
Nasty.
how does it age? So over time?
Yeah, I don't know if they have to have them redone every once in a while or what, but
Okay.
it's not for me, dude. I
Just
saw
over
some in the
time.
airport and I was like, that's fucking gross. It doesn't even look like an ass.
Mm.
It looks like a cartoon character.
A terrible choice,
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will never get a BBL.
No.
So new school or old school? You chose old school.
Yeah, generally across the board, I can't think of anything new school that's better than the old school.
Depends. Depends. I guess sports, music, video games.
I mean, video games, that's tough, dude. Some of the best ones ever made were old school.
Example. Old school example.
Final
Tetris.
Fantasy VII.
Okay, that's old school. They did a remake. So okay, that's old school. Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Accepted.
Yeah.
Answer accepted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also video games back in, I mean, I'm 40, you know, so like I remember the old school Nintendo games. They had a goal, you know. There was no cheating. You couldn't look online. It taught your brain to solve problems. The new games, you chop down a tree to get the wood. You get the wood to build the fucking house. You know what I mean? There's no end to it. It's just speaking. I'm speaking on Minecraft,
Bro.
but you know,
Bro, Mario, what problem solving?
you get
Classic
timing.
Nintendo.
You had to time it. So like when things were coming in, you had to figure out the timing to jump over it, or you know. Or there was the Japanese Mario that they wouldn't release in the US because we're too dumb, that they eventually did, called Mario the Lost Levels. And those are crazy hard.
Mm.
You should Google it.
Mm.
Look them up.
I should Google it. I will look it up. Gambling or religion? Gambling all the way.
All the way. I have a strong aversion to any type of cult activity. It's like in my DNA. It fucking grosses me out. And unfortunately, a lot of my friends are religious. I love you guys. Do what you do. That falls into that category.
It really depends, I guess, from person to person basis.
Mhm.
It's really personal. Gambling, though, I guess, look, religion, I guess it really depends on the religion that you choose, you know. But gambling doesn't seem like a happy ending is waiting for you, you know what
Depends
I mean?
how good you are at gambling, Bubba. I'm a degenerate gambler. I love gambling. I don't gamble a lot. Like, not large amounts of money. Like, let's say like $10, $20 a week. No big deal. I smoke more than that in cigarettes. Now, if you're gambling away your mortgage and your family's about to be homeless, that's a fucking problem, dude. Get your shit together. You know? Just like anything.
I mean,
there's levels of degeneracy with anything that's fun.
The biggest issue that gamblers face is that they stop gambling. You can win it back. You can win it back, baby. Just gamble more.
And for more life advice, just call Paulie.
Yeah. I mean, I was up like $500 on the World Cup.
Oh, I just wanted to ask, where you were up? You were up.
Well, I cashed out.
Oh, okay. So it counts. Now it's set.
Yeah. So like in the nature of gambling, you'll win a few and you'll lose a few. Once I hit, like if I lose like 3 bets in a row, I'm like, time to cash out. I like money more than I like gambling.
Now, there is a difference in gambling, right? There is like casino poker style gambling, and there is betting on sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you strike me more of a sports betting kind of dude.
Correct.
No,
I don't mind sitting at a blackjack table. I enjoy blackjack. You know, the bottom of the barrel, low bets. Like we went to a casino in Boston. It was $15 a hand. I left with $60 more than I walked in with. But sports betting, because, you know, it's so easy. You hop on your phone, you see the odds. and if you know the sport, it's even easier. It's like, yeah. Where people go wrong, including myself, is parlays, where you combine bets to get better odds. So you
thank
have
you for
to hit.
explaining it.
So if you do like a 3-leg parlay, you're adding 3 bets together to increase the odds. And that's how you win like big bucks. Like a few weeks ago, I won $280 on a $1 bet.
$1 bet?
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, I should have put like $50 on that. But I've never put $50 on a bet, you know. There's always the gambling foresight too, or like hindsight, where you're like, oh man, if only I had put more money on that. Like, yeah, that was one of those situations. Because if I had put $10 on it, I would have won like $2,700.
I guess it's really similar to what investors are doing. If they are, day trading or something like that, they're like, I should have invested in Bitcoin at 2009 when I was like, 3 years old?
Yeah. Like Walker does the stock market sometimes. Like he's got stocks and stuff, and he'll text me and be like, I made out in the casino today. And I'm like, the casino? Because he lives in the middle of nowhere. And he goes, yeah, the stock market. I'm like, oh, it is a casino. That's a great way to put it. It literally is.
Really? It just makes sense, right? It's just you're gambling. You kind of have an educated guess on it, but the market's gonna do what the market's gonna do.
Yeah. My buddies got me into it by gambling on MMA because I'm a big UFC fan. It's the hardest thing to gamble on. I don't even watch team sports. Like I watch a little bit of football, and I watched a little bit of the World Cup, but I win way more money on football and soccer and any team sport than I ever have on MMA. And I don't even know the sports.
You're just for the vibes and the money.
Yeah. So like soccer, I would wait until halftime, see what the score was. And then I would watch about 15 minutes into the second half and guess the final score. And I was crushing it. Because soccer's low scoring, boring fucking shit.
It is truly boring, but I don't watch any sports. So it's MotoGP, it's only interesting to watch, but I don't watch it either. So, because there are a lot of, overtakes and blah, blah, blah. Okay, going next, Skyrim or Starfield. You chose Skyrim. That's obvious. Maybe you want to list top 3 video games of all time that you ever played.
I regularly play through all the Fallouts.
All the Fallouts? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, not the PC
New
ones.
Vegas.
3, 4, and New Vegas. So for Xbox, whatever's out on Xbox. I don't care for the MMA or MMO one, the Fallout 76.
Yeah.
But the OGs, I love the shit out of those games. And Skyrim. Skyrim's a regular rotation. And Starfield. Starfield is a fantastic game. It's just,
sounds like you are a Bethesda fanboy.
I like their style of games. Because I use games late at night. So when I leave the shop, I'll go into the house for about an hour and I'll play a game. But I need a game that's slow and boring and fucking just kind of brings me back down. You know what I mean? And so Fallout, Skyrim, sometimes GTA, but I'm waiting on the new one. So
did you pre-order?
No.
Good. That's the logical choice.
Yeah, no. They rip you off.
Yeah. Bethesda fanboy. I mean, how long have we been waiting for the Elder Scrolls 6? What is like? Not like 14 years, I think.
Oh, 14 years? Yeah, since Skyrim first came out, yeah. It's been even longer for Fallout 5.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it's not longer.
No?
Fallout 5, no. Fallout 4 came out way after Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Another settlement needs your attention. Blah blah blah. It's fucking.
I hate that shit. Stop doing that. I stopped doing the Minuteman quest because it's like I kill Preston as soon as I see him.
Yeah, well, that's the right choice. It's like, look, the only annoying thing in Oblivion was the annoying fan that you get after the arena quest. In Fallout 4, the most annoying thing is the unending auto-generated questing that is the same bullshit all over again. Fuck that shit,
It has no benefit either. You don't
zero
get
benefit.
You don't get cooler loot. literally you have to go to this one location, kill like 3 super mutants, and then go back to what you were doing. It's so stupid. Or they're like, build up this place's fucking defenses. Fuck this place. They can defend themselves. I got shit to do. I'm gonna go join the Brotherhood of Steel.
Excellent. But best faction. Jig or freehand? And you said that if I remember, full flat was freehand,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is jig.
Yep. So if it's any kind of go ahead. Sorry.
How does that make sense? How would you do a convex with a jig? How would you, or what did you have in mind?
Well, I guess, I mean, if I'm convexing, I'd do that by hand. But for the most part, like putting in saber grinds, anything where there's a real definite grind line, not all the way to the spine, I'll use a jig. But full flats, I mean, you can do full flats on a jig, but full flats for me are just easier by hand because I get the muscle memory. I grind off a work rest too, so with a push stick.
Where your bottom of the palms are resting on the work rest, right?
Yeah.
For support, yeah. I've seen some guys on YouTube that are doing free hand grinding, and you can see their hands going up and down with the belt.
I hate that. I hate that feeling. And you're burning the fuck out of your finger. I mean, for longevity of hours you can stand there, freehanding is way harder on your hands. Freehanding, not off a work rest. I still burn my fingers off a work rest, but not nearly what I would if I was holding the knife up against the platen.
I mean, I don't know. I just remember that True Tilt table that House made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use those too.
Is it freehand grinding, like compared to using a rest to rest your arms, or is it like jig grinding? It's like something in between, right?
Yeah, it's like an amalgamation of both. So I don't use the True Tilt anymore, the House made one, but Ameribraid has a full tilt fucking work rest, so you can stand right up. And for like super rounded, I do a super rounded edge cleaver for a restaurant. It's their design, not my design. And I'll use that to do those. I mean, you can still fuck them up though. If you approach it at the wrong angle, or there is some finesse to it. But yeah, they have their place too in my shop. I use those regularly. Yeah, if I'm doing a dagger, or like I got a pile of ninja stars on my bench right now, I'll use that.
Ninja stars,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Never done a ninja star.
They're harder than you think.
Really? Yeah, of course. So many edges.
Yeah, you're doing 6 dagger grinds. No, you don't want them sharp. A little pointy, but not like, you don't put an edge on them. I leave like 20 thousandths on the edge.
I guess the tilting table would be really fire for doing like Tanto style. Like the front bevels should be easy peasy, right? To grind on that.
Yeah, because you can just figure out what angle you need and then mark it with a Sharpie on your on the work rest, and then boom, you mark the center line on the front of the tip, and you just grind to that and pull it off.
Have you, Albert, ever used any kind of jig or tested them out?
Yeah, I've tested the one made by the TR maker, this Turkish company, and the one made by the Kleiner Messerladen German company. But it didn't work. So I fucked up more plates than I was able to grind with these jigs. So
I talked to you, Paulie, a lot before I made the decision on my jig, because like the TR maker one, you have to unbolt the knife and flip it around and shit, don't you?
That's some bullshit.
Exactly.
That's too much. So the one I got came from Australia, and there's a machined like holder that holds the blade that's held in by a threaded nut, and you just back it off and flip it. So you never have to adjust your angle.
I mean, we talked, and you could have used just 2 1 to 3 blocks.
I tried. It didn't work for me.
You tried?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not as smart as you, buddy.
But I even made a video about it. You just had to follow the steps. My guy.
It's cool. My jig was $80, and it's paid for itself several times over already. So I'm probably gonna buy 2 more just so I can have them like hanging around. case that one breaks or whatever. I can just be like, boom, new one. Because the jig you get makes a big difference. Any jig that you have to unbolt the knife every time you do a bevel, I mean, that's only feasible if you're making like 5 knives at a time. You know? But if you're trying to grind out 50 or 100, yeah, you need to be able to just have that bevel locked in or that angle locked in and flip. Good to go.
Albert, have you ever thought about using the jig made by Tobin Machines?
Yes.
What does his look like?
He has one with a lever and a bearing. You also have to grind off a work rest with that one.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, I think Keith gave you one, right?
Yep. That thing works slick.
That's the one, yeah. But I've never tried it. No, I thought about trying it because it's basically a controlled push stick method, right? Because the lever with the bearing works like a push stick would. Yeah.
I need to make an arm for it for my Ameribraid. I can only run it on my Revolution.
But no, I've never used it. Yeah.
But I kind of thinking about it. It looks like if you are using a push stick, you are having way more control.
You are
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you would use it to fine tune it, and for roughing you would use the Tobin machine ones, because you can have more leverage, right? More pressure. Use higher pressure, more better for your belts, higher speed. That would work.
True,
and then you can fine tune it with the push stick, and it's basically the same muscle memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's exactly why we thought about using it. Yeah,
I have two different push sticks I use. So the first one is literally the handle of a hammer. It's a piece of wood that I cut off, and I use that for like really hogging in bevels, because you can just fucking hit it on the belt and change the angle of the wood or whatever. And then for like higher grit grinds, I switched to a KH Daily push stick. I think he calls it the Speed Pass or something like that. And it's
with a bearing also, right?
Yeah, with the bearing on the end. And I do that for higher grits because it doesn't scratch the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my wooden one has like metal imprinted into the front of it. And so when you pull that across, it fucking scratches the shit out of it. So, but.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I myself, I also use a push stick because I'm using a jig, but the blade is, you need to push it with your finger. So I mostly am wearing gloves that are like very thin nitride kind of gloves, but I still use for rough grinding. I have one made from whatever kind of plastic, or maybe micarta, something like that. And when I go to like finer grits, I tend to switch to a more delicate one made from POMC plastic, which is very slippery, which easily slides across the bevels and leaves no markings. Works really well, and you are not applying as much pressure because the bevel is already set, and you are just refining the grind and changing the scratch pattern. So yeah.
If I have to like touch the blade and I know my fingers are gonna get hot, I use this stuff. It's like a wrap. It's kind of like almost like a sports wrap, but for your fingers. And I just around my finger, and that helps. It gives you a couple second delay before the heat hits your skin.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm better using a push stick.
It always happens on the perfect pass too, where it's like I know it's like a perfect pass, and my finger starts to heat up, and I'm like, shit. Oh. Anyways,
yeah, and I mean, I don't want my fingers anywhere near the grinding belt. The push stick is a must because every grinding injury is such a pain in the ass, because it's not dangerous or anything. It's just pain in the ass because it hurts so much. Not like it's like it is not healing nicely.
Yeah.
It has grit inside of it, and it's like all teared up, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like this little shit is nagging me every day.
Yeah, and it's always on the spot you need it not to be the most.
Oh yeah,
because that's where we hit our fingers on the belt. Is the spots on our fingers that we use the most.
Okay, next one. Ass slap or a kiss? I mean, I was thinking about this before the show. Ass slap. Be it be it me on the receiving end or I will be giving it, I would rather give an ass slap to anybody than a kiss.
Yeah, I like my wife. I like gingers with big butts, dude, and my wife's got a big butt, and there's nothing better than just a fucking honk. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. I mean, sounds like a perfectly tailored question to you. You know what to
the
pick.
oxytocin release and the dopamine release from a honk is way higher than a smooch. I know all about this. I'm the best guy to ask about that.
It's the best guy. We have an expert right here.
Yeah.
Right here. The next one is, you are not an expert. It's whiskey or vodka, and you don't drink at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. How long have you been booze free?
I haven't tasted alcohol in probably 16, 17 years.
Oh my God. It sounds like you have a drinking problem then.
I know it sounds like that, but I don't. So, like, I partied when I was younger, like everybody does. But, like, I come from a lineage of drunk pieces of shit. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. So, I just don't. And it doesn't even appeal to me. There's, like, no, like, oh, I'm an addict for alcohol. None of that fucking retarded shit. It's a fully conscious choice. I just don't want to drink. I don't like drinking. I don't want to drink. I smoke shitloads of weed. I've been smoking weed this whole podcast. You know?
We've seen.
Yeah. It's just, now that we're talking about it. So, you know, it's just what it is. I don't hold it against my guys that like to get shit faced, you know, if they do it in a mature way. You know, there's nothing more pathetic than somebody that's ruined their life over a beverage.
Yeah. It may be a gambler.
See, I don't know, because you can hit it big gambling. You're never going to get rich drinking.
Never.
Never.
Makes sense. Okay, I totally agree with you. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, again, the best guy to ask this question. But when you were younger and you were partying, what was your choice of drink then?
Southern Comfort.
Explain.
I don't even. Let me Google it, because I don't really know what it's description of. Or this is gonna sound super trashy, but I really liked 40s.
40-ounce beers.
40-ounce malt liquors.
Liquors.
Like the fucking cheap ones, bro. Like Colt 45. Oh yeah, I love those ones. What was I doing? Gambling. Southern. Oh, I guess I would have been a whiskey man. Southern Comfort is a whiskey. Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would drink it straight and chase it with Pepsi.
So don't mix them. Just chase them.
Anybody can do what they want, but that's how I drank it. I would just chug it off the bottle and then chase it with Pepsi. And when I say I came from a lineage of drunk bastards, my grandfather's liver was the size of a quarter when he died at 58. So they were fucking drunks. And I was like, yeah, I got too much pride for that.
And how about you, Albert? Are you a whiskey or a vodka man?
Whiskey.
What
about you?
Okay, vodka.
Yeah.
Of course, listen to your accent.
It's your Eastern lineage, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's totally not.
Because vodka is made out of potatoes? Is that it?
Not that. Totally not that. Stop with the potatoes.
Your accent makes you sound like you make vodka.
Yes.
You're like, I want vodka. Yeah.
Vodka. It's fine. Look, it's the ability to make any delicious beverage alcoholic.
That is true.
I like sweet drinks. It is totally against what you are. Oh, this, with this Eastern accent, potatoes, whatever. No, I like girly drinks, and vodka goes wonderfully together. Screwdriver is an amazing drink. You are drinking vitamins and vodka together, and it's delicious.
Yep,
it's great. Every morning. before the drive to work. I'm kidding.
Some of the worst alcoholics I've ever known, their drink of choice was vodka mixed with water.
What the fuck?
Seriously. They would buy a gallon jug of water, a half gallon of vodka, dump out half the water, and fill it with vodka. I've known 3 or 4 people that was their drink of choice.
I mean, they are then drinking to get drunk. They are not drinking because of the taste.
No, not at all. They drink mouthwash if they ran out of alcohol. They were such alcoholics.
Interesting friends.
Yeah. Hey, man, this is Maine, bro. There's a lot of alcoholics here. Yeah, I've known a lot throughout my life. Yeah. I have zero respect for somebody who's an alcoholic. No offense to all you alcoholics out there, but yeah, you let a beverage ruin your life, bro. That's pretty pathetic.
But you mean you define an alcoholic when it's kind of ruining your life, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, so we're not talking somebody who likes to like have a few beers a night. We're talking like dudes that piss themselves in public and don't have a license because they have 15 DUIs. So, yeah. Like homeless level alcoholics is what I'm talking about.
What about one DUI?
I mean, shit happens.
And no driver's license.
I mean, it depends where you live. Maine's a zero tolerance state. So if you get one, you lose your license for like 90 days or whatever it is.
So if you lose, if you get a DUI and you lose your driver's license for a year, you are immobile. Would you have no respect for that person?
No, Keith is a different example. Some fucking Gestapo motherfucker ratted him out. That's a bunch of bullshit. If you don't get caught drunk driving, then you're just good at driving drunk. That's all. That's all that is. He wasn't even drunk. He had like 2 beers, didn't he?
No.
Oh, he was pretty drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to the recording that we aired, he was...
I knew where you were going with that. You were trying to set me up. You were trying to trap me, Paulie, make fucking trouble with me and Keith. No.
Bro.
Keith got ratted out by a fucking narc, dude. Fuck that.
Excellent.
Fuck whoever ratted him out.
Look, I'm trying to make enemies, what I can say. For an interesting season.
No, I get it.
Yeah, okay. Let's go further a little bit. Just a few left. Never have a pet or kiss Noah every morning. I mean, imagine the morning breath. You and Noah kissing.
I mean, I bet mine's worse than his, but I smoke cigarettes. No, it doesn't.
But he uses Zins.
That's so true. That's how much I like dogs, dude.
Do I remember correctly that you hate, what did you call, landmines when the dog shits inside your house? Isn't that?
That's none of my dogs shit in my house.
Excellent.
Yeah. I have a fenced-in yard. Like the back door's open right now. You know what I mean? They can come in and out as they please.
So it's a free zone. They roam.
Yeah. They don't even wear collars. No.
And I totally forgot. And Albert got a new puppy.
Nice.
Everybody's having dogs. Congratulations,
yes,
Albert.
Yeah. Thank you.
What kind is it?
The day before yesterday. It's called Magyar Wisla, a wire-haired, so a Hungarian pointer.
Yeah. A Wisla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are really good dogs.
Yeah. But the wire-haired version, there's a short hair Wisla, and there's a wire-haired Wisla.
Yep.
We get the wire.
I like the wire hair look to them. They look like an old man. Yeah.
Yes. A bit more rugged, and they're more robust than the short hair.
Yeah. One of my dogs is a beagle, German short-haired pointer.
Ah, nice.
And she's the best, dude. She's the best. They're so smart. The pointers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you got a good one. Noah got a good one too. He got a dumb one, but labs are. They're not. If you're not retrieving with them in a hunting scenario, they're excellent family dogs.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog, Paulie?
This will be a hot take. I don't like animals in general.
What the fuck, dude?
Now listen. Now, let me wait. Let me have a case. Okay.
It better be a good one.
Let me explain my position. Maybe you can argue me about that.
Okay.
I grew up in a very small village. We used to be farmers. We had cows, pigs, chicken, turkey, whatever, dogs, cats, you name it. Rabbits also. For me, An animal is living its best life when it is in the wilderness, when it is in the nature, or they are something that serves a physical purpose. What I despise and I dislike, people who are living in apartments and they are fucking buying huskies. This is the opposite of, that these are very active dogs, and I kind of think that these people are offsetting their emotional depth
They're being
to these
selfish.
animals.
They're being
Yeah,
selfish about it.
they are dog mommies and daddies, right? And cat whatever. And I don't know. I it's kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's like, what? An animal should supposed to be a friend to me? No, an animal is supposed to be an animal. No, it's not like it's not my thing. It's not my thing. If I want a friend, I go talk to a human being. I don't need animal companionship. If I look at a dog and he's whistling his tail, I know that he wants food. I am a food dispenser to it. He is happy to see me because me equals food or walkie. If he would live in the wilderness, he would go walkie whatever he wants, So it's kind of, again, I am containing this animal because I like to take care of something, but that something is living in a cage the size of an apartment or a house. So I kind of am, it's not my thing.
I understand what you're saying. And I agree with you on the people who own dogs selfishly and they don't know the breed that they have. And they don't know the traits of the breed that they have, or that the space requirements that those breeds have, like huskies or people who own a fucking Malinois in an apartment. That dog's meant to like rip people's faces off and do whatever you tell it once it's trained. Like, they're incredibly high energy. Those people can fuck right off. And that's coming as like a dog lover, dude. I love dogs. Every dog that walked by the booth this week, Walker can tell you, I was like, hey, can I pet your dog? I was feeding one lady's dog cheese curds. Like, here you go, dude. And we're not just food dispensers to them. We're love dispensers. And they reciprocate. There's no better feeling than getting home, even after a 10-minute trip, and your dog is just stoked to see you.
But maybe he's stoked because Ryan equals food.
Maybe
it's a conditional love. When you start thinking about it, there is no way back. Maybe the dog is doing everything that equals food or walkie-talkies. I mean, bro, if I am in this prison, maybe I should have a good time. This dude, give me food. Give me food.
No, man, dogs have a soul, bro. My dog talks to me. Like, and not in like a weird way. Like, I look at my dog, the beagle pointer, and I go, she'll be looking at me like she wants something, and I'll tell her, show me. And she'll fucking walk over to what she wants. I'm like, you want a treat? No. Go lay down. You want to go out? All right. Whatever it is. Have you never owned like a dog as like a house dog, like a companion?
I mean, we never had animals inside of the home.
Yeah, that's always the problem, dude. I sleep with 3 dogs in my bed. I'm the alpha. I'm the pack leader.
Bro, I mean, the saliva, Jesus Christ!
Oh, you get over it.
You have to. No. Yes. And then you have to get up in the morning to let them poop. They should live in the outside. They can go poop whenever they want. It's fine. And the cats, look. There is. Look, I like cats because they keep them to themselves. They
you like cats, but you don't like dogs, Paulie. That's so.
Wait.
He's never experienced the best part of a dog, though. You had like working farm dogs. Those are different. Those are bred different. They're raised different. They act different. Get a fucking lab, dude. And when that thing looks at you, you're like, this thing loves me. Not just because I feed it. Because once you have an indoor dog, you realize they eat all sorts of shit when you ain't around. You know what I mean? So there's more to it. It's not just like the utilitarian. I feel the Eastern European coldness coming off you right now. And
bro, near my workshop, I work in my parents' farm. they have a Labrador.
I bet he's the
He's
best.
this. He is the most fucking stupid saliva dispenser ever. He's trained and everything. Only thing that he cares is about food. He's just, and his
Yeah,
name
but-
is Chance.
But the
of course.
the Labrador is a special kind of breed. They like to eat a lot, so they're
Yeah.
known for that. I mean, first thing, I don't get why you like cats and you don't like dogs. Cats are cats are antisocial lunatics,
Soulless.
soulless.
love it.
Yeah, they
Look.
don't care about you at all.
Look, the best things about cats that they don't get in the way unless they really need something.
Yeah,
which
but
is
for
food,
cat,
all
but
belly wrap.
for cats, you're a food dispenser. That's the only purpose you serve.
Yeah,
Literally, if you slept too
Literally,
deep,
yeah.
they would start eating you.
From the nose. From the nose. The first thing that they eat is your nose, but they are upfront with it. And I know this. And they know that I know this. Look, and then the worst thing about having a cat, because I had a cat in this apartment, is two things. One thing, that they poop in their litter box always once a day. So every fucking time, once a day, you need to smell cat shit in your home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck that shit. Yeah, people will come at me, oh, you can get the fancy rolling blah 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 thing which covers the poop. It's still poop. I don't like poop not in the toilet. It's in the house. The poop is in the house. The fresh
and
poop.
the dog shits outside, Polly.
Yeah, I know. But you have to bring it outside. And I don't like to get up early.
You can open the door.
Yeah, I mean, from the fourth floor, the dog is going to go outside.
Maybe not you, but if you own a garden, just open the dog. Let the dog out.
Yeah, but
True.
which is my situation. I literally just open my back door and all three of them run outside.
See?
But once you love that dog, the inconvenience of them waking you up to go pee goes away. It's like having a child. And I hate that fucking comparison because I have children and I would eat all three of my dogs to have my kids survive. You know what I mean? But it is like the love you feel counteracts the inconvenience of them waking you up for 20 minutes to let them out.
And the second worst thing with the cats is that if you are sleeping and you are a little bit bigger than your bed, a foot is hanging off, these motherfuckers in the middle of the night, they will start tickling, grabbing your feet. Fuck off. I'm trying to sleep. Why? All the animals are trying to fuck with my sleep schedule. I mean, I don't want to get up early to let you shit.
Dogs, it's
What the
worth
fuck?
it. I'm with you on cats. So like I used to love cats. We always had cats growing up. I had the cat of cats. His name was Meester. Mr. Meester. He was a big fat orange tabby. He was the best fucking cat. When he died, I was like, yeah, I'm good with cats. We have two right now. I fucking hate them. I can't wait for them to go.
It really depends on the. Oh, look, a great example is that my cousin, she bought a kitten from the shelter, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, she doesn't want it anymore. She's like, this cat is too crazy for the apartment, blah, blah. I don't want it. So, of course, it goes to the animal farm. Well, the true animal farm, not the heaven. It goes to my parents. And this fucking cat, look, there is so much joy when I see it killing all the birds around it. It's a killing machine. It brings me so much joy. This little shit doing the small, sprinty kind of things, doing the kekeke thing to the birds and trying to call them. This is how an animal should live. And I'm like, this is great. And of course the cat is sleeping together with the dog.
But the dog is a completely different animal. A dog is a social animal, Polly.
I don't
like wolves are.
Want another.
They serve a purpose. They can be very well trained. I mean, take a hunting dog, for instance, or some safety dog, whatever. They serve a purpose. They can learn stuff. Cats can't. They're useless animals.
Unless they have a prey drive. So I have two cats that don't kill shit. They don't they'll watch a mouse run right in front of them. But if they were murderers, I would feel a lot better about them. Because
like my cat. Yeah, murderers. Oh, I love murdering cats. This is what I like. This
somebody's going to clip that.
This is going to the reels. And look, Albert, I get it. But I'm thinking about it for myself. I have nothing against for people having dogs, unless for the husky case, right? Or
Yeah,
the pop-off girls that have these small puffy dogs
Yeah.
that are just decorative. It's just bullshit for me. But if they serve a purpose, look, I myself, I have no purpose for them. I am too lazy to train them.
Mm.
I don't. It's just another thing off my list that I have to do and take care of. And I don't see the payback. If I want something social, I go and blah blah blah. And
if you don't see the payback, then a dog's not the right thing for you. But if you have we can agree on that. A dog can be a very useful tool.
Oh yes, 100%.
Good.
100%. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But this is. Did I make my case why I don't like animals, or did I make a lot of enemies?
You made a lot of enemies. Yeah.
You made your case, but that simultaneously made a lot of enemies. You're never going to convince me that dogs aren't awesome. It would never happen. I have 3 of them. I'm like, I would have 4 if we had the space. If my bed was a little bigger, I'd get another one. My wife
gets smaller dogs.
No way. Small dogs are meh. Beagle is as small as I would go. So about 40 pounds, so whatever that is in kilos. But
oh my God.
Yeah.
20,
and then
like something almost 20 kilos.
I have a 40-pound dog, a 60-pound dog, and an 80-pound dog. I got all 3. I got all 3 levels. But yeah, dude, they love you unconditionally, and it's not just an instinct for food. They legitimately love you.
Yeah, I don't need it.
So everybody
need
knows I have gout, or I get gout sometimes. My dog Georgia will limp while I'm limping, trying to make me feel better. She'll pretend to limp because she loves me, dude.
Okay.
Dude, it's the best. Albert, you understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Dude, we have a saying here, don't trust anybody that doesn't like dogs.
I did not say that I did. Okay, I did say that I did not like
You
them.
said that, yeah.
I see no purpose for myself to owning a dog.
That's
but that's a completely different statement, Paulie.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like to have a dog.
Good. You don't have to, Paulie.
Or say, I have no need for a dog.
It's a free world, yeah.
But if you're like, I don't like dogs, in my mind, I'm like, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Also, I totally forgot about it. I have a pass card. I'm actually afraid of dogs. Totally remembered.
That's
Bullshit.
rational.
Bullshit.
No,
are you
true,
really?
True. Yeah, when I was like a kid, one of the dogs bit me in the leg, but it was not hard. But before that I was even scared because when I was very small.
Okay. So you've been traumatized. Is that what you're saying?
Dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out
look,
of here.
This is not.
But then it's your problem, Paulie, not the world's problem. If you've been traumatized,
yes.
You gotta let that shit go, dude. Yeah. So when I was 6, my dog was fighting with the neighbor's dog, and I went to grab his leash, and the neighbor's dog bit me right in the face. You don't hear me whining.
Damn it! I'm not whining. I'm just saying it's not for me. I don't want a dog. I'm not getting a dog.
This
it's
backfired
fine by
on
me.
you hardcore, dude.
Yeah,
very much. Not such a green path.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. It's the last
for
one,
your
man.
benefit.
Is the last one.
That was the last one.
Listeners can write in and tell me how wrong I am, or maybe I will find some supporters who are fine with other people owning dogs, but they themselves don't see any point in owning one.
You might.
I might.
There's some religions around the world that think dogs are fucking evil and shit.
Yep.
I don't think they are evil.
No, fuck those guys too.
Dogs are not evil.
I've always said,
and
if I was rich, like rich, I would own a massive dog rescue. And I would just employ vets and fucking people, and we would like take in dogs, and I'd get to hang out with dogs all day.
Seems like if you build a big company, sell the company, then you are rich, and then you can live your retirement into a dream shelter.
Buy a ranch, set it up for doggies, for stray doggies, and shelters that kill their dogs can send them to my ranch. That would be cool.
Ryan's dog heaven.
I'd call it Carolyn's place.
Okay, even better.
She was my girl. She died a couple years ago. I say hi to her every time I mow the lawn. because I have to drive right over her grave.
Yeah. Go.
So literally, I'm
Yeah.
on my lawnmower mowing my lawn. I'm like, "What's up, Carolyn?" And I keep mowing.
I guess she doesn't talk back.
No. And she was a
That-
super hard dog too. We got her, and it was like a free thing on Facebook. And they were like, "She's a great dog." We get her. We find out she was born in an animal horde, and she lived in a crate with all her siblings until she was 4 months old. Like she couldn't even walk. So like the first 3 years we had her were really tough, but she was the best, especially as an old lady. She would nose punch you if you did something she didn't like, or one of the other dogs did something she wouldn't like. She'd fucking punch you with her nose. Oh, don't fucking do that shit. Anyways, she was
so sad.
She was border collie lab.
You brought it down so hard.
Why? She was the best,
sad.
dude.
She was. She was.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. You are crying.
Dude, I cried like a baby. My wife and I have been together 15 years, and the only time she's seen me cry is when one of our pets dies. I'm like, that's weird, but
That's fine.
people cry too much.
That's fine. Okay. Oh, we have to move on. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. You want to hear something weird?
Please go.
The last 2 times I've ever been stung by a bee, so we're talking like I ain't been stung by a bee other than these 2 times in like 30 years, was when I was burying a pet.
That's
digging the hole. Both times they got me in the face. Like, what the fuck? Isn't that weird?
That's fucked up.
Isn't that weird? I'm not a religious guy, but I do like believe in karma and like the universe and whatnot, whatever you want to call it. And that's like, I'm like, that's weird. Why? And I'm talking like I've knocked down bees' nests, hornets' nests. I fucking smack them out of the air with a little electric fly swatter that I've got. Haven't been stung except those 2 times in the last like 30 years.
You could say you would gamble on it that it will happen a third time.
Well, this last time with Carolyn, it didn't happen because she was a big dog. So I had my neighbor come over with his excavator to dig the hole. So she's down there like 8 feet, so nothing could get to her. I would have John Wicked all the local wildlife if they had dug her up. So, anyways.
Anywho, high carbon or knife talk? You chose correctly. I guess this needs no explaining.
No, I mean, it is what it is. You guys are my homies. Mareko's my homie. I love Mareko. We ate pizza together. And I'm from New England, so I hate New Yorkers. I don't hate Jeff Fader. I love Jeff Fader. The real Jeff Fader, not the character you hear on the radio. But, yeah, Mareko's my guy. And I don't know who the fuck Craig Lockwood is. Who the fuck is that?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
AI generated voice.
Dude, we should make up fake third hosts or fourth hosts.
that skip episodes
and be like, oh, Marcus isn't here this week. Sorry, guys. You'll get some from him next week.
And just come up with a crazy story that he cannot make it again.
Yeah. Oh, he had some big whatever thing to do. He's flying on the fucking Jeff Bezos rocket. Who knows? We just make it up. Just do a thing of it. We all start making up fake third hosts.
That would be a funny thing.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah, we
3
could.
hosts.
Yeah. Even though we have guests, it wouldn't matter because they don't exist. So we could be like, sorry, this was supposed to be the first week with our new co-host, Lucas. He couldn't make it this week. He lost a foot in the war. Whatever. And we just fucking make up some ridiculous shit on why he's not there.
But not too ridiculous.
No. No.
Almost believable.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's got the flu. Oh, his internet's down this week. Sorry, guys. Oh, he got
going to
poisoning.
A knife show.
Yeah. He's going to a show. Yeah. That would be pretty funny, actually.
That would be funny. That would be great. So this is the end of the game. I'm also safekeeping the steak or ribs for the next guest. Maybe we'll play this game. Maybe as your final words, you want to tell us something, plug your business, and maybe something.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, your accent was so thick there, I was zoning out. I was just letting you do your thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, check me out, Coakley Knife Company on Instagram. If you want stabilized wood, you want bevels ground, heat treat, whatever. I am a whore for money, so I'll do anything.
Can people contact for you to do bevel grinding?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No minimum quantity and no maximum quantity. I am a beast, dude. Yeah. Check me out.
Do you offer just the bevel grinding or also heat treatment or
I'll
any other
do,
services?
yeah. Some guys send me heat treated blanks because it's cheaper to have it done in mass quantities on the industrial scale. And then, or some guys will send me water jet blanks that aren't heat treated yet, and I got to heat treat them, and you pay a little more. But yeah. And I'm the host of the Hustle and Grind podcast.
Finally.
The #1 knife making podcast in the knifeosphere.
In America.
Yeah, in America.
Not Europe.
Yeah.
Definitely not Europe.
Yeah.
It's taken.
I was surprised though, dude, because through Zencaster or Transistor, the one that we use to broadcast, you can go on and see every country where this downloads, and most of the world is blue. We have 2 listeners in Iran.
I don't know how many we have in Iran.
We don't. 0.
0, really?
Yeah, I
God
think so.
damn it.
Yeah.
Iranians, get to it. Oh, they are not listening.
No, but it was
Ryan,
cool because
could you plug us on your shows so that you Iranians would listen to our show?
Yes, I will bring it up on Sunday. It's kind of cool though, because Japan, there's 600 and something downloads from Japan, Australia, Taiwan, Russia, all over the place. And we love having foreign guests on. So if they reach out to us and don't mind, possibly an inconvenient time because of the time zone difference, as long as they speak fluent English, because we're dumb Americans and we don't speak any other languages.
Yeah, you have already trouble with my accent.
Your accent cracks me up.
Thank you.
You have my second favorite accent.
Second favorite?
Yes.
Lithuanian
Scottish
accent.
No, the Scottish accent's my favorite.
Yeah. Billy Connolly, MVP. Yeah. Love him.
Yeah.
So funny. If you tell any joke in Scottish, it's funny.
Everything they say is hilarious. They don't even mean it to be. It's just how they talk, and it's so fucking good. And their women have red hair.
Aren't you mixing up with Ireland?
Well, they both do. I mean, they're right next to each other. They're practically the same people. They would hate me for that, but...
Bro, it's a separate landmass. Scotland and Ireland.
But...
Body of water separates.
Not a big one.
That's
fine. No. Not in the scheme of things. They were intermingling for years. Fucking canoes and shit.
Okay, and on this bombshell, I guess we can close this down. It's been over 2 hours episode. Benjamin Camon was bitching that our episodes are getting way too short, and he was afraid. So Ben, sweets and kisses. Everybody else, as they say, bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, High Carbon Podcast on Patreon. Support us, motherfucker. High Carbon on Patreon.